1. While working in a restaurant, a customer ordered a turkey burger medium rare. I explained that poultry must be fully cooked, but she insisted, "But it's a burger." After explaining multiple times that turkey is different from beef, she reluctantly gave in, then complained to my manager that I was an idiot. 2. While working on an animated movie, I asked someone to check the credits, and they said, "It looks good, but Dave and I are both listed under character design." I did the characters, Dave did backgrounds. I clarified that characters had to be living things, but they insisted a boat and a plane should count. After Dave himself confirmed he didn't design characters, they finally removed his name, but acted like I was being unreasonable. 3. During peak COVID, a parent pulled me aside, concerned that I might suffer brain damage from wearing a face mask. Meanwhile, one of my siblings had been working in a dental office wearing masks for years. 4. He genuinely didn't believe Africa was real. 5. Humans aren't mammals, dogs are mammals, and I'm not a dog. I don't have a tail or walk on 4 legs, so I can't be a mammal, she argued, completely serious. 6. Some guy on Reddit told me I should date men I'm not attracted to because I might learn to love them. When I said I wouldn't date conservatives, I was accused of bullying and hate speech, nearly losing my account after a bunch of offended men reported me. 7. While working at a concrete Tomprikori dam, I was asked 3 separate times if it was man-made, while standing out of the dam. 8. A girl in high school believed chipmunks were baby squirrels and refused to accept the truth, even after hearing it from friends, teachers, the internet, and an encyclopedia. She even lied about having a pet chipmunk that grew into a squirrel. Fun fact, she's now in the US House of Representatives. 9. While working in a grocery store meat department, a customer asked, "What's the difference between fresh and frozen turkey?" I wasn't sure if it was a trick question. 10. We don't have to worry about lead in our drinking water. We boil it first, said my boss at an office inside an old Victorian school building in the UK. 11. Someone confidently told me, "Snakes aren't animals, they're lizards." Then accused me of not doing my research when I explained that both are reptiles and reptiles are animals. I have a biology degree. 12th. My 15-year-old stepdaughter was upset that she didn't shower immediately after practice, thinking dried sweat would undo her workout. When I asked if she believed her body reabsorbed fat through sweat, she realized how ridiculous it sounded, and we had a long talk about biology. She's now excelling in nursing school. 13. You're not actually disabled. Just because you can't see my disability doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I've never been able to rotate my wrist due to fused bones, affecting most of my hand movements. But sure, totally fine. 14. Atheists worship the devil. 15. In Afghanistan, I cracked a tooth, and the dentist botched the repair. Months later, it abscessed into my sinus, causing agonizing pain. After an emergency flight for surgery, I was left with an open hole between my mouth and sinus for weeks, yet the dentist gave me 0 painkillers. The next morning, seeing me in a blood-soaked shirt with sunken eyes from crying, he casually asked, "How are you feeling?" "Bad, Captain. Very bad." 16. My 40-year-old aunt worried about prostate cancer since her grandfather had it. This is the same woman who insisted the Dutch come from Denmark and confidently told me, "No, sweetie, those are Neanderthals." 17. At a historic site, the guide mentioned it was Neolithic, older than Christ, and my friend, a nurse, was stunned that people existed before Jesus. 18. A morbidly obese coworker told me he didn't need to do cardio because he drank coffee and energy drinks, arguing that since those made his heart beat faster, it was the same as exercising and people were wasting their time by running. 19. I didn't think you'd actually leave. You don't divorce someone just because they're a bad husband, said my ex, who provided endless dumb quotes. 20. My cousin once asked, "Where do astronauts land when it's only half a moon?" 21. "If the Earth is round, why don't Australians fall off?" she asked, then smirked like she had just debunked centuries of science. 22nd. My old co-worker once said, "These days, 12-year-old girls get abortions to become popular." He was an absolute idiot. 23rd. I saw a doctor for neck pain, and she seriously advised me to get out of my car and walk around it multiple times when stuck in freeway traffic. I never went back. 24. How was I supposed to know the strawberry acai had strawberries in it? Said by someone who gave it to a person allergic to strawberries. 25. My mom once told teenage me that an internal ultrasound meant a robot had taken my virginity. I think she even cried about it. 26. A guy I knew at 17 claimed someone could run a mile in 1 minute. When I pointed out that meant running at 60 miles per hour, he argued, "That's not how it works." 27. My mom warned me that if I blew my nose while on the toilet during my period, my organs would fall out. I'm 29 now and still waiting. 28. After finding out I got a widow's pension when my husband died, someone said, "Oh, it's like winning the lottery." 29th. My not-so-bright roommate once asked, "What animal does goat meat come from?" Even after being told multiple times that it comes from a goat, she still didn't get it. 30. A customer at my husband's auto repair shop sighed when I pointed out their gas light was on and asked, "Great, how do we fix that?" After a long silence, they realized they just needed gas. 31. A woman once told me, "I understand boys better than you do because I have 2 sons and you don't. I'm a man." 32. Someone told me COVID wasn't real. I worked in a hospital during the pandemic, so hearing that while I was sick for 10 days made my blood boil. 33rd. My girlfriend once asked why I believed in reindeer. She thought they were mythical creatures like unicorns. 34. My ex, when confronted about his mismatched outfit, said he didn't know because he wasn't a fascist. When I asked what he meant, he confidently explained, "You know, someone into fashion." My dad thought it was hilarious. 35. My mom saw on the news that Mars would be visible, and a few nights later pointed at the sky and asked, "Is that Mars?" It was the moon. 36. A coworker got visibly upset when Prince Harry got engaged. When I asked why, she looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Because I wanted to be a princess," despite living in a country far from the UK, with a 0% chance of meeting him. 37. My driving instructor once claimed, "Alcohol is so toxic to teenagers that even a sip can give them toxic shock syndrome." 38. My great uncle always says, "Gay parents will raise gay kids." So I responded, "Oh right, because straight people only ever raise straight kids?" He hasn't brought it up since and has no idea my mom is gay. 39. Someone told me drones were a serious security threat, which is a fair argument, but then immediately asked, "How do the spies fit inside them?" 40. While pointing at a photo of a cave where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, my friend asked, "Were they still alive?" Confused, I asked, "Who?" He responded, "The Dead Sea Squirrels."